with Tedx, I frankly had no idea what I was getting myself into.
Yeah,
I had been a fan of TED forever, and when I discovered that TEDx existed and that your everyday average Joe could host a TED event in their own community, I was like, hey, I created the girlfriend group. I can do anything. So Here we go. So I applied, and let me just tell you guys that the application process to host a TEDx is extremely stringent. They are very, very particular about who adopts their brand, and so they should be. And once I got through the application process, I was so exhausted, I didn't think I was going to be able to find anyone to speak at it.
Yeah.
So, it was an awesome experience, but it was a lot of work.
Yeah.
The other thing about creating the TEDx is that you must allow, Michelle must have heard what I said earlier. So you must allow a minimum of 3 to 4 months planning time. So that means if you're a business owner, or if you have a 9-to-5 job, or if you have a family, all of that is pretty much going to take a backseat to this planning. I'm just giving it to you straight. So, Sean agreed with that. So once I got to the point where I was going to figure out who was going to come in and be speakers, and by the way, I had 11 speakers. I was only supposed to have 4.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. I don't even know if I ever told you that.
No, you never told me that. You never told me that at all. I was, I literally, I didn't know what to expect. I'd watched a few TED Talks today. And actually, as I'm doing this right now, I'm actually periscoping this as well. So I got my tripod going. I'm periscoping this as well, and just telling other people on somewhere else. So we're talking about TEDx Talks and how I was fortunate enough to be with Vanessa, and she invited me to do a TEDx Talk, and some of you guys have watched it online on YouTube. And I didn't know what to expect. I tried. What I realize now is that I didn't realize how the seriousness of what I was about to get into. I didn't realize the importance and the reach and what it could do to change the lives of people who are not only there attending, but also your life going forward as well. So I didn't realize the importance of trying to get on a TEDx Talk. And now that people have known that I did a TEDx Talk, the door is a different level. Like the people look at it differently in speaking. And it's because it's not something. Now I realize how stringent. Literally, it's a lot of work just to get the application going. I mean, it's not like you just show up and start, talking and telling jokes or something. Like you really have to hone your stuff. And I've been thinking about my next TEDx Talk for since it was December 5th, 2013 when we did it. It's been in my mind, and I've been thinking about what my next speech would be, and being able to knock it down to 18 minutes.
Correct. E, you froze up a little bit.
Did
Can
I
you repeat that last part about the next one?
Oh, I said I've been thinking about my next TEDx Talk would be, and being able to change someone's lives in 18 minutes goes relatively quickly. Like people don't realize that unless you work on it and you practice your craft and you work on delivering your speech. In 18 minutes. If you don't do that, like I went over. I mean, I know I went a little bit over. But I was worried that, I thought I was going to see the Sandman come and yank me off the stage like at the Apollo, and so it's something that really changed. And see, we had over 100 people were there in the movie theater. I mean, I was so blown away.
We had 263 people in that.
Damn. See, it was a whole. All I remember is this. It was a whole movie theater of people from the bottom, from the first row all the way to the top, to the end of the row. The whole place was filled with people, and it was completely packed. And there were people standing as well. It was standing room as well. So, I mean, it was really crazy.
Welcome back, Michelle. Can you hear us? Oh, she's coming in and out.
Yeah.
Well, Mia just asked a question, how many people attended? Mia, there were about 250 people, a little over 250 people. And we rented out a movie theater in Virginia. And I don't know how Kate ended up, there was 100-person cap. So I think, word of mouth is a powerful thing. The internet is a powerful thing.
Yes. Yes.
So
that's the link.
Yeah. It was a packed house, standing room only.
Go to that link.
It was just a phenomenal experience. So, E, I just wanted to have you talk a little bit about what your planning process was.
Tedx Talk.
How did you settle on what you were going to talk about? Because I pretty much gave all my speakers free rein. But the topic they needed to talk about was women coming into their own in current times. But I told them the title and I said, go for it. So tell us a little bit about your process, how you came up with your topic.
I was very fortunate that because if you think about it, that one sentence, that statement is actually, there's so many directions you can go with it. So for me personally, I wanted it to be authentic to what I was interested in and what I was doing and how it mattered, and then also equate that to women coming into their own. And so mine was basically called Taking Control of Your Own Economy. And there's an organization in New York that I've volunteered and done some webinars with before called Savvy Ladies. And also being growing up with a single parent, a single mother, I saw how the importance of financial being in control of your financial future, financial life. And I know I'm not talking like the Susie Orman stuff where you save money and she's yelling at you. I'm talking about figuring out how to make money, how to get money, and being cognizant and not feeling bad for wanting to get more so you can take care of your family and take care of your charities and everything else. And so for me, I know a lot of people talk about, their struggles and everything else. I in my mind, it took me like a week or a couple of weeks to figure out what direction I wanted to go. And I just realized that, there has to be some I wanted to empower people to act for their financial future. And I thought, especially with women, if you look at the numbers, I just thought, for me, it was just a direct extension of me doing it, of going in that direction.
That's awesome, and one cool thing that he did as soon as he got up on the stage was that he took a selfie of the crowd.
That's right. I still have that picture. That's right.
That's cool. I thought that was amazing. I think that's on our next website. That's okay, Michelle. You're dropping. You're coming in and out, but we got you. Just hang in there with us. E, talk a little bit about what to you, some of the positive things that happened to you after the TEDx. Tell us about
the minute you tell somebody you've done a TEDx talk and they can go find it on YouTube, it literally changes your life. Because people look at it a little bit differently. Whether you're speaking to media, whether you're speaking to other people, anybody who's heard the term TED Talk, TEDx Talk, a lot of the best speakers in the world have actually done one. And you can go watch them online and you can learn so much. And so the fact that someone's being asked to do a TEDx talk and knowing how hard it is to get it, it gives you some sense of it separates you from other people in a lot of ways. And not to say that you're better or worse than that. It just puts you in a different category, that you were able to accomplish something like this that is not as easy for everybody to do. So for me, when I mention I'm a TEDx speaker, that's one of the first things that always comes up. Whether I do television, whether I write, when I write for the Huffington Post or whatever else that I'm doing, that always comes up. The importance of doing a TEDx talk. And so I interviewed some other people, and they found out I did a TEDx talk. A lot of people ask me, how do I get one? And so I always see these new things. I see these new. I see these alerts that come up for people in different parts of the country who are looking for speakers for their TEDx event. And it's not easy. It's really not easy to be selected for one of those things.
Exactly. Well, I'm happy to share with you all that after the TEDx event was over, you know,
Are you frozen?
It looks like Vanessa froze, right?
Oh, wow, that's crazy. Hey, Periscope family, I'm doing a blab right now talking about Tedx Talk, how I was able to do one and get on one.
You have
And
technology going.
yeah, I'm trying to just bring people together. So if you're not on Blab, Talisha Scope Scribe is on this. She's literally going back and forth. Could you do me a favor, Talisha? Can you throw the link in here? There you go. Blab. Yes. Can you throw the link in here too? People can come on Blab and catch us. We basically are just talking. Vanessa was the one who put together this TEDx event here in the Washington D.C. area. Where I did this about 2 years ago. And we're talking about she's looking to do another one, and so we're just talking about what it was like and what happened and the importance of it. And I want to encourage you, if you are looking to speak more, you got to go hustle and find somebody who will bring you in so you can do your TEDx event and TEDx Talk. You can share your message, and again, if it's part of the overall message of that whatever that event is, it's another calling card. It's another level type of calling card. So I would suggest you actually take a look and do that.
The Mia Connect. Hey, Mia, I saw your question about how far in advance to contact the TED organizer to get on their roster. There are various websites. I know that Vanessa definitely has a link, and the links have been shared with me as well. I'm happy to share with you for the different topics and different areas. I know someone who recently came back from the islands where she did a talk and she prepared for about 4 or 5 months. They actually had specific dates when they would get together and coach the speakers as well, prepare properly. And it was an entire TEDx event down in the Cayman Islands. So I don't know, Vanessa. Hey, Vanessa, welcome back. Mia was just asking how far in advance to get in contact with organizers. And I know, obviously, you and Yvonne definitely know, and my girlfriend, Rima McArthur of Wordsmith Report, just came back from doing a TEDx event about 2 months ago down in the Caymans. So Mia probably will need the link. I know they have them different topics. You can connect with people with the TED folks through different topics and different locations.
Thanks, Christian.
Right? Is that right, Vanessa?
Yeah. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, great. So to answer Mia's question, I would suggest that you give it a minimum of 3 to 4 months lead time. The first step would be to go on to TED.com and create a TEDx account or TEDx, and that will alert the TEDx folks that you have created the profile and that you are interested in what they're doing. And then the first thing, you'll start getting the emails, and then they will start the TEDx event calendar with you. And they actually of their schedules on their website. Or just so happen.
Hey, Rookie Notes. This is yes, that's basically it. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Christian. Thank you, Talisha, for sharing this.
Events. So that's how I got in there. But I would give it a minimum of 3 to 4 months lead time, and that way you can set up your marketing strategy, how you're going to promote it on social media, and then you need to really start thinking about who you want to speak at your event. That sound about right, E?
No, that sounds perfect. That's perfect. That's perfectly right. It's for me. What I do is what I also do for a lot of people is a quick little tip. If you're watching this and you're trying to find speaking gigs in general, is you set up a Google alert, and I set up a Google alert for TEDx talks all the time. And occasionally I just get, sometimes I get, actually no, I haven't done one for TEDx. I've done one for other speaking opportunities. and they'll come up, and occasionally a TEDx one will come through as well. I'll just take a look at it and see what's around. And they're all over the country, different cities, different groups, put them together. And that's again, because people realize the severity or the importance of doing a TED Talk. You know, they're almost in some cases hundreds of people. You know, if they do a call for speakers, hundreds of people will send, you know, all their information, and someone has to sift through that. So for me, I'm just sending them out to whoever, you know, to do more of those. I mean, because again, it was a blessed experience to me to be able to do that.
Can I share a little?
Yeah, of course.
No, the reason it's funny. I'm actually posting this because I've never done a TED Talk, and my friends are always trying to get me to do one. And so for folks who haven't done it, like me, who maybe have a fear or haven't fully shifted your mind, even though you know you probably have a message and people will tell you that you need to do it. You know, this is a wake-up call for me. Thanks, Vanessa. Just coming to support. I was like, oh, Yvonne, you were talking great. I'm going to jump on and support. I wasn't planning to speak, but really this information, and sometimes you just have to heed the call when the call. I don't know, do you social media, and any of you on this call have thought about doing TED but haven't taken that next step? And if you have, people pass the opportunity, and that'll be a note to self as well.
Well, thank you, Michelle. I'm glad you said that. And I don't know if you this blab. I was teasing E about how, you know, just inviting you on here for moral support.
Yes.
But you're actually going to be involved in the next TEDx that I host. So, you know, just get ready for that. And you can call E and ask him for tips on how to handle me throughout this process.
You just, hey, all you do is say yes. You say yes, or you can't answer the phone right away. You got to wait till you're ready and then answer the phone. It's one of the two. Because
I mean, she can hit me up at 2 a.m. and say, "Be ready," and I'll say, "Okay."
Exactly. For the most part, you just say, "Yeah, sure, no problem, whatever you want, I got you." That's basically those are the texts I almost have them on a save. So when she writes something, "Hey, E, can you do that?" I just copy and paste. I got you, whatever. I got your back, whatever you want. It's the same thing. Because it's going to happen. You know, you got to figure out if you want to be part of this ride, right?
You know, I'm such an influencer now. You just can't resist.
No. The train is leaving the station. You have a choice to be on the train, or you can watch it from the platform, but you got to make a decision. That's what it comes when it's Vanessa. That's exactly how she rolls.
Exactly. Thank you. But the reason why I titled this blab "Our Next TEDx Event" is because I fully plan to host another one. I'm trying to work out the timing that's worked out. We're going to host the next one, and I hope it's going to happen before the end of this year. If not, it'll be the beginning of 2016. So we'll see. Hey, Britt.
Oh, shit.
Hey, Bruce.
Sorry. Now that was really good.
Welcome to my first blab, Bruce.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. I heard the text, TEDx, or whatever. I'm sorry. TEDx Talk.
Hey guys, just to let you guys know, this is basically a scope about a next TED event TEDx event that I'm going to be a part of. And I want to include you guys in the blab. You know, Talisha on here, who is a scope scribe, and she's been awesome on all the scopes. She's phenomenal with always interacting with everybody else. And she's put the link a few times in here. You can check it out. But one thing I will say is this: if you're looking to do, if you have an opportunity to do a TEDx talk, you should try and do it. Don't make any excuses. Just figure it out, right? It's not really a big deal.
In December of 2014
and just
in
figure
Northern
out
Virginia, and
who's doing it.
Ebongeka, who is
write a
he
tight
was one of my
pitch
speakers,
and try and get it. That's exactly, you deserve that. So I'm going to go real quick. Thank you guys for being here. Thanks for the hearts. Thanks for the love.
Doing his first TEDx. And,
I love the link, Christian. Successful scope. That's awesome.
My speakers.
All right, everybody.
Well, let me just go back.
I'm going to, yes, that's it right there. So
I was
quick,
always
just come
supposed to
join the
have
blab.
4 TEDx speakers.
You guys are awesome.
I ended up having 11.
I'm gonna do another one soon. I'm gonna do another scope a little bit later,
Don't
talking about
even
something
ask
else.
me
But I
how
want to
that
share something
happened.
about
It just
TEDx.
evolved that
All
way.
right, love you guys.
So is it TEDx because it's like TED Expo type of a thing?
Well, you know TED.com, right? TED.com is more of the global brand, right? So
Okay.
they host the really famous people, the Bill Clintons and the Zuckerbergs and the Sandbergs and all those folks.
Right.
So TEDx thought about was, hey, we